Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start out with the Aether current quests we unlocked last time in Rukupacha or whatever it's called. And then we will go ahead and start off with the second of the split quest lines with the bird people. I don't remember exactly what their name are. They're like a more colorful version of the Vanu Vanu. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The first of the quest we're going to do is right down here at Nopli. What have you got for us, Nopli? Let me fix my camera real quick. A crisis of corruption. Nopli is rubbing his hands together. Well, I mean, just like every other Pelu Pelu. Hey, I recognize you. You're brilliant, yes? I've heard about you. Companion to the Third Promise, a most dependable individual. The name's Nopli, and I'll have you know I'm a merchant blessed by fortune, if I do say so myself. Indeed, I believe our meeting today is no chance encounter, but the hands of fate guiding us for one singular purpose, the exchange of individual items at an unbelievable price. If I could direct your attention over here for just a moment. Feast your eyes on these, crates of exceedingly rare and precious corrupted crystals. Beautiful, aren't they? They were extracted from remote regions of Eorzea, a shine of brilliant orange hue, quite unlike your run-of-the-mill crystals, no? For you, I'm willing to offer them for the low price of 1 pel, in the millions column. It's nigh highway robbery at this valuation, but anything for a friend of the Third Promise. Yeah, somehow I get the feeling I probably shouldn't take this deal. Besides, I'm not Estinian or the Third Promise anyway. Sorry, I clearly misheard you. It almost sounded like you said 1 million. They're not worth even a fraction of that price. Well, for such a low price, I'd be fooled to refuse. No, they're not worth that much. What do you mean? Considering how much it set me back to purchase them, the price I'm offering should be perfectly reasonable. Strange. There are precious crystals, are they not? Yeah, well, that's the thing. I get the feeling you got scammed, bro. Just to be certain, these crystals are considered priceless treasures in Eorzea, right? No. Let me see if I'm getting this right. Not only are corrupted crystals commonplace across the salt, but they're also highly volatile. Yeah, they're gonna blow up on you, bro. And in the past, you once used such crystals together with an elemental converter to do battle with powerful entities you call primals. Yep. What's more, you kept them in a warded container at all times to protect against the their deleterious effects. Yes, and that means you should probably get away from them. All of which is to say, no practical use for such crystals has been discovered, meaning no one with a sense would ever bother to mine them? Yep, pretty much. The peddler who sold the crystals to me never mentioned a word of this. He claimed they're extremely rare in Eorzea, which is why I decided to purchase them in the first place, even at the exorbitant price he offered. Naturally, I believed him. Well, you don't sound like a very good businessman. Having never seen crystals of their like, could you blame me? But if they really have no use... Have I, Nopli the Lucky, been swindled? Yep. Well, at the very least, I was able to learn about the crystal's true nature before selling them to some poor soul. Fortune hasn't abandoned me completely yet. At any rate, I'd like to verify whether these crystals truly hold no value. Would you be willing to help me look into this, Brillian? I need someone I can trust, and and that you'd be willing to share the truth with me says a lot. No need to answer right away. Give it some thought. If you've no interest, you're free to be on your way. If you decide to assist me, however, I'll be here waiting. Is that gonna be the entire quest? Okay, good. That wouldn't make sense. I hadn't even accepted it yet. Okay, Nobly. I guess I could try and help you. You're willing to help me then? Wonderful. You truly are a kind-hearted soul. Yeah, I definitely don't just want the Aether current. Now, before I go and confront the merchant who sold me these crystals, I'd like to look into the potential uses for them in Tyrol. For instance, crystals are in high demand among Tyroli mages, who make extensive use of them in their rituals. And I just so happen to know a spellcaster among the distillery's guard. I'd like you to speak with them about the corrupted crystals and gauge their interest in purchasing them. In the meantime, I will see about procuring a container to ward off the crystal's harmful effects. Per your explanation, preparing an elemental converter with my skill is likely impossible, but finding the requisite materials for warding vessels should be well within my abilities. The mage you are looking for is an individual of the Boon-Iwa tribe. If you happen upon someone wielding a staff, chances are you found them. Alright, let's go and try and find this guy. Maybe he'll actually have a use for these crystals. Let's see. Sword-wielding guard? Well, that doesn't seem like the right guy. Huh? I don't know the first thing about crystals. I'm not an artisan nor a mage. So why did it tell me to... Oh, okay. There we go. It's probably not the bow-wearing guard. And... Oh, there's a staff-bearing guard. That's probably who we're looking for. Intriguing. I never heard of these corrupted crystals. As a practitioner of the arcane arts, I'll not deny they pique my curiosity. But I'm afraid I have no interest in purchasing them. If they're as volatile as you say, there's little to be done with the crystals whose nature can change on a whim. Well, doesn't look like there's any hope for him. Also looks like that's the entirety of the quest. That's one thing I kinda don't like about the way they changed them for Endwalker. Because previously, when Shadowbringers and before, and in the expansions before, you had to do several quests to get the Aether Current quest. Now, of course, I'm more than happy to only have to do one quest to get the Aether Current, but it kind of feels bad to just leave these quest lines hanging, because like there's sometimes where, like with the Lawbreak quests, where you end up needing to do the rest of the quest line in order to unlock the tribal quests, but most of these Aether Current quest lines, you just kind of leave them hanging unless you want to go back and do all the side quests for the area, which I usually don't do. It's the kind of thing that I do if I like didn't have anything else to do. But anyway, we're done. Looks like this is gonna be the end for this Nopely for now. Wonder if this is we'll continue this quest line to do. I assume the Pelu Pelu are going to be one of the tribes eventually. Anyway. So even the mage was not interested. Nevertheless, I thank you for speaking with them on my behalf. It seems you were right. These crystals really are worthless. I may be unable to make back what I've lost, but there's still one thing I can do. Brilliant. I wish to stop that pernicious peddler from continuing his crooked ways. Will you help me? Maybe eventually. What a relief. Allow me to offer you a small token of my thanks. How did you have an Aether Current in your pocket? That seems a little dangerous. When you have a moment to spare, please come see me again. We must stop him before he has a chance to swindle anyone else. I don't know how you had an Aether Current in your pocket, but I'll just go with it. Alright, the second Aether Current quest is right out here at this flustered merchant. Looks like he may have had some altercations on the road with his wagon. A traveler to the rescue. The flustered merchant appears desperate for help. Oh, thank goodness! A capable-looking traveler. Please, I need your help. My caravan was attacked by beasts. I had a bodyguard, a young mumbled jaw mercenary, but he could barely fend for himself, let alone me. He somehow managed to throw me over his shoulder and carry me all the way here. But no sooner did my feet touch the ground than he ran back into the jaws of death. Damned if I can't figure out why. Injured as he was, I don't like his chances. Please, I beg you, go to Chabe Ukik and save him. I guess I can. I mean, if you're gonna hand me the Aether card in your pocket, then I guess I'm more than happy to help. Now, where are we headed? Looks like I can take a little shortcut here and head on up here. Sir, I'm busy. It's like these are sight. I can avoid them. Ah, there's the purple circle of death. Hopefully there isn't much death around there, though. Young mercenary getting wrecked. Oops, I gotta remember how to actually play this class again. There we go. You okay, young mercenary? I can hardly believe my eyes. You felled those bloodthirsty beasts with such ease. Well, yeah, it's kind of my job. You know, killing things, I'm really good at it. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you for saving me. As a mercenary for hire, I'm ashamed such a help was even necessary. So the merchant sent you, did she? The attack on the caravan saw her wares scattered all over. I figured the least I could do was retrieve as much as I could. Thank you for your timely rescue. I can still do just that. No need to stay with me, friend. Go and let her know that I'm safe. I'll grab what I can and be along shortly. Alright, looks like he's alright, and this quest looks like it might wrap up here. So yeah, I think I'm probably right about the... Eventually, if they do the Pelu Pelu as a tribe, which I'm pretty sure they will, then we'll probably need to continue that other quest line at some point. But I'm probably not going to end up doing it until the tribe is actually available. Anyway, Flustered Merchant, we took care of the mercenary. He looks like he's all right, or at least he'll be all right. Oh, I'm relieved to see. Oh, I'm so relieved to hear he's safe. The Momolja take considerable pride in their trade as mercenaries, but that young man seemed to have a particular acute sense of responsibility. I've heard tell that some Momolja travel across the salt to make a name for themselves. As a preliminary step to that, it seems many young hopefuls gather experience here in Tyrol as mercenaries and bodyguards to sharpen their skills. That said, earnest as he is, the young man failed to protect my caravan. We will have to discuss a form of compensation for my losses. Heartless merchants. I'm not heartless, however. I just called you heartless. Can you hear me? What? I'm not heartless, however. He saved my life and risked his own to reclaim my wares. There is much to consider. For now, however, treating his wounds must come first. Yep, I don't know how you're fitting an Aether current in your pocket, but... Well, that's all for the Aether current quests for this area so far. Right, there's no more... Yeah, that's all we have. Okay, I'm going to teleport back to Tuliol, and then I'll head on over to the... where we start the second quest line. Or, the second split quest line. Okay, there's an Aether... a mini Aetherite right next to it, so I'll just teleport with that. Yeah, Hanu, that's what they're called. I don't remember if we talked to everyone here, so I'll just go ahead and talk to everyone before we talk to the helpful Hanu. Come on, Brilliant. Let's see what's waiting for us in the next village. Oklamat would have struggled to complete these feats alone. Bringing you together was the correct choice, it seems. With one keystone already in hand, we've made an auspicious start to the contest. Hopefully our next attempt is equally successful. The rulers of the contest seem clear enough now. The scenes from the saga point us in the direction of the electors, and the electors award us keystones for performing their feats. Simple. All these are generic enough that they could be done after either one of these quest lines. Without knowing how far the other claimants have progressed, taking anything other than a brief rest is out of the question. Alice, I don't think you would take a rest even if we told you to. You know, just like me. Anyway, let's go and talk to the helpful Hanu. To Kozamuuka. The helpful Hanu is waiting to answer your questions. I've been quite content waiting here, dining on the third promise's coin, but it seems you're ready to ask your questions now. So, what is it you'd like to know? Yeah, how do you get your feathers to look like that? Brilliant! You don't just ask how you get someone's feathers like that. The route to Okanu. We go south through the Arc of the Dawn, then follow the road that runs alongside Kozamauka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however. My brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. That's right. We needed to get on alternative directions to be able to get into this area, and that was the reason that the Hanu was supposed to be able to help us with that. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart, and several people injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. Oh no, we can't stop the party because of some weather. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Well, be sure to watch your footing. Thank you. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by the storm. Anyway, if we're bound to Kozamauka, we should head over to the arch. Alright, is this the arch? Yeah, this is the arch. When I was heading back to Urukupacha, I accidentally went over to the arch thinking that that's where I needed to go. Let's go ahead and teleport to the inn over here and so that we can get a little bit closer. And I believe they weren't, when I actually tried to go out here, they didn't let me out. It was kind of like the guard in Majora's Mask just blocking your way. Because like you can see the dots there for the zone change, but if you try and walk through and nothing happened, it just blocks you. And then if you talk to the guy, he wasn't gonna let me out. The Hanu are friendly folk who should welcome us with open arms. Assuming they're not too preoccupied with the recent troubles, that is. I guess we can probably help them with the recent troubles. Through this gate, we'll be on our way to Kozamauka. I should have liked to observe the festival, but the Hanu are probably not in the mood to celebrate. Well, that's probably true. I swear that gates get bigger every time I see it. Considering the size of the Golul Jaja, though, I suppose it's better to have than having it be too small. Are we all ready to leave? Yep, sounds good to me. Then onward to Kozamauka. Open the way. No. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, no. That would have been funny. Is gonna be a cutscene for the opening of the new zone? Probably.
Kozamauka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel.
Is it supposed to be raining, or is that just bad luck?
An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below.
It's probably bad luck.
To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuklamat, we proceeded along the marshy trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Kazuma Uka. Yeah, I think it's just bad luck to get the rain.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
No, Elsa, I think that's the rain.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. Wokelmot, be my guest.
I told you I've been here before.
Yeah, Wokelmot, I think that's exactly what you're gonna do.
Come on, Okanu isn't much farther.
Oops, got my hands on the wrong keys. I'd love to stand at the bottom of those huge waterfalls and bask in the majesty of it all. Pity they're so far away, else I think you'd literally die. Wetlands is an apt name. Much of the ground here is positively saturated. Yeah, it's also like pouring rain. Again, I don't know if that's just bad luck or if it's always raining here. I don't think it would be a good idea to make a zone that's always raining, though. It also would make it pretty boring for fishing. There's no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing she has Erinville to keep her from getting lost. Oh, that's good. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. I'm sorry, Erinville. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Alright, let's mount up and head on over to the village. Let's see. Okanu. Oh, right, duh. They're the Hanu. Of course, that's what the village is going to be called. God, I should have picked up the hunts. Actually, I might still have some hunt targets. The hunt targets might still have some in this zone. I mean, I'm not going to care about that right now. Talk to everyone. The water from the falls must flood the wetlands and flow into all these streams and rivers. Assuming we have the right idea, one of the Dawn Servant electors should be here somewhere. So this is the Hanu village. One can tell at a glance how very different the culture is to the Vanus. Oh, ow! Stupid, distracting waterfalls. Ah, everyone has arrived. None the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite all my explicit warnings. Hey, I asked you not to say anything, Wicklemont. Did you really think he wasn't going to say anything? Anyway, this is the Hanu village I was telling you about. Okanu. Yeah, Wicklemont, I don't know why you expected him to not say anything. I agreed to serve as a guide, not a nursemaid. Wicklemont. I mean, Erinville, that's a bit mean. A festive people. Wicklemont wishes to seek out the Dawn Servant's elector. It's like our friend said. People are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they are still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do, and find this elector. Oh, they're gonna have their own dance too, aren't they? Oko Kylie. Oh, who? What now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. Like, Wokulamot, you've definitely been here before, right? Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the Third Promise and her entourage. I, Zanu Hali, welcome you to Okhanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. I mean, it kind of makes sense. If they're delaying the festival, they're probably going to be delaying the test. Also, it looks like the sun is coming out, so now we can get rid of this rain. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Right then, it helped to do some investigating in Wakopelu. I wonder if that changes. I mean, obviously, if you do this one first, you wouldn't have been here. So obviously, this dialogue changes depending on which one of the quests that you did the first time, or which one of these quests you did first. So let's take a look around here as well. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Erinville, Elizay, and Kryel could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wokulamot, Brilliant, and myself will handle the northern half. Sounds good to me. Alright, now let me go ahead and quickly attune to the Aetherite so I don't forget. And grab this gemstone trader to get that off the map. Actually, I wonder, I can't just buy the map right now, right? No, I have to get a higher shared fate rating before I can actually buy much from that vendor. Okay, let's go ahead and attune so I don't forget. Because I have forgotten before. There we go. Let's check out this. Check out this part. See, there's a vantage point and it's a spirit Hanu. Check the vantage point first. Actually, there's Wokulamot there. I'm going to talk to her first. I assume that I can find at least Alpha Node. This is even worse than I expected. I mean, I don't see what's bad about it, but okay. I'm sure it's supposed to be where they got like washed up or muddy or something. Wait, who am I calling washed up? This is a really long loading bar. Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. Or was it not even there? I'll look at the footage again at some point. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs to be ongoing. Alright, let's talk to the Dispirited Hanu. Or Dispirited. You heard about the storm. I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help of the Dawn Servant sent, with the supplies and the help the Dawn Servant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's so much else that was lost for good. Oh, that's not good. Apparently we gotta talk to Wokulamot now. Yeah, I didn't even see that. I don't know how. I guess I just looked. I guess I just didn't look high enough. I only went up to here and didn't look all the way up. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Alright, let's see if Alpha Node is around here somewhere. Also, I need to remember to check for Aether currents. To the west. I mean, we'll head there eventually. Let's see, there's a thing there, and... Where's the other thing? Also, I don't see Alpha Node at all. I see the other thing there, but where is Alpha Node? Do we see? I don't see him anywhere. So let's look at this here. Bundled reeds. The dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. Interesting. Let's see if Alpha Node's around here. He's supposed to be taking on the northern area, so I'd expect him to maybe be around here, maybe? Oh, there he is. He's right here. Okay. Some manner of boat. Gee, I don't know what made you think. Maybe it's because it's a boat of woven reeds. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. I wonder why. The beak and feathered tail in particular stand out. Right, Alpha Node? It's definitely a boat and a bird. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance for the Hanu. Then... Oh, phone call. Who's interrupting my dialogue? Hello, can you all hear me? Oh great, a group chat. I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over too. Alright, this is gonna be a, yeah, there's probably gonna be a voice cutscene. Oh, that's right. Of course we meet the second promise.
Sign of Zorolja, or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Soralja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu.
This is the voice I expected.
I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
You made it after all.
Yeah. That's the reaction I had.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
So, real quick. So obviously, the first promise is going to try and brute force this. The second promise is going to try and introduce them to some better technology. But because, like Alpha Node said, they hold a cultural significance with like the boats and the bird designs and stuff. So they're not going to like his solution because he's going to say, here, take these steam-powered boats or whatever. And then Book of the Mott's the only one that's actually going to be trying to, like, fix their stuff. And, like, listen to them. Anyway, that's my prediction for how this is going to go down.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Bro.
Oh, mercy me. You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja.
That defeats the whole purpose of the test.
Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace.
Yeah, the father thought of
If you're still
that.
feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
Yeah, I was pretty sure somebody would think of that.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Trying to maintain your pride.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
Except you, big idiot.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
Might? How about probably
What
does?
of Little Miss Mittens?
Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Well, at least he knows that.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Oh, right. Or stupid first promise being annoying. Second promise, he like if he became Dawn Servant, it like wouldn't be end of the world, but like he's still gonna like mess up the cultures and stuff, which a lot of people aren't going to like. Anyway, let me check what quest we're on. That was something about festivals, I think. Festive people, I think. Yeah, that was the second quest. Let's go ahead and get started with the third. Well, let's go ahead and talk to everyone, and then we'll get started with the third one. I understand not wanting to fall behind, but rushing ahead risks playing into your opponent's hands. Let's not do anything reckless and think matters through. Maybe you should be talking to Alize when you say that. This kind of feat is tailor-made for a rational, educated scholar like Koana. Yeah, I'd say he's probably got a pretty good chance on this stuff. Not that I intended to gratify him with a response, but Bakul Jaja's provocations are hard to ignore. What if he just happened to have a special, mysterious accident? So the Hanu Hanu also eat reeds? Yet another way in which they differ from the Vanu. Alfano, are you gonna be doing that this whole time? Like with the firewood joke? Like they did a slightly different version of the firewood joke in the last part, I think. I forgot exactly what it was. Anyway, let's talk to Wokulamot and start the next quest. The Feat of Reeds. Wokulamot is eager to help solve the Hanu Hanu's woes. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Baku Jaja eat his words. Underestimating the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. Oh, wait, no, not underestimating. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves, and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Erinville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course. Follow me. Alright, time to return to the reed fields. Better than the rice fields. Okay, let me just double check the Aether compass. Northeast. Okay, we'll probably get that while we're out here. And here are the reed fields. Let's talk to everyone. And there I thought these feats would be us battling dire fiends or similar agriculture. Agriculture is far thornier problem. Alize, a leader can't just fight everything. I mean, look at the first promise. We certainly don't want him as the leader. I see. They irrigate the fields by diverting the water from the neighboring river. Just unlikely the reeds ever dry out. Are they going to be overwatered this time, or is it just going to be like flooded? I guess flooded would probably be a better word for it. I know she wants to do her best, but she should be careful not to make promises she cannot keep. Look at these fields. Why, this could be a painting. I bet they made a painting of this that you can put in your house, or at least they will. You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Wokulamot, I know I misread understanding as underestimating, but I think you might be underestimating this problem. Give me strength. I'm sorry, Erinville. You have the best chance of controlling her out of all of us. Let's all of us scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Not useful. I mean, yeah, we want to identify stuff that's useful, but he said unusual. Also, this music is fun. Alright, let's head out to the reed fields. I think there's some wilted reeds here. Let's see if we can find anything out by examining them. As Zunu Holly described, the reeds appear to be wilted and unhealthy. Let's check on this next one here. The paddy water. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. Okay, then what's the issue? What about this paddy mud? See if we can get anything from this. The soil in the paddies is, as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. Well, I mean, it's kind of like underwater, so I'd hope so. And a lethargic frog. Is this gonna be like Alatoad and Alpha Toad? A small frog catches your eye, strangely lackadaisical. It doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Scurry. What's this frog? Maybe they've got some sort of disease? Let's see, there's Alize. Let's talk to her. And Alpha Node. And then there's Erinville over there. Oh, a water strider. A bit sluggish though. More of a water shambler. Not to miss with the patties themselves, as far as I can tell. Maybe it's the water coming in from the lake? I mean, it looks pretty dirty to me, to be honest. Any luck? Nope, not yet. Let's see if Kryl has any ideas. Not very helpful, Kryl. Anyway, Wigglemot, I think you should check out the water from the river. Seen enough. I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? I agree. The water looks to be good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. Aaronville, I know Urianger isn't here, but you need to make sure not to use those big words either. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water, which is what I said before, even though you just said that the water is good quality? You would need an alchemist to know for sure. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. Interesting. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there's another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival! This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. Okay, so how does that affect the reeds? The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see a Hanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival, give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows? Maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. Stranger things have happened, well that's for sure. I don't know about that, and we'll just go with the first one. I don't think it's a bad idea, but I think we should still investigate the water. Right? I fail to see the problem. I fail to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Aaronville, are you gonna be a party pooper? Besides, this is Wigglemot's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. That does not sound like a good idea, Alize. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Oh yeah, Elfinode and I saw that. In that big building to the north. Let's go see it. Alright, Airville, what are you thinking about? There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Well, I can understand that, Aaronville, but we probably should, like, it's probably good to have some debate, because we don't all know the answers ourselves. Alright, I'll go ahead and teleport, just to save a tiny bit of time. think once we wrap up this quest, I'm gonna go and take a quick break, and then we can do a couple more, try and do 1 or 2 more quests afterwards. Let's head on over to the boat. And talk to everyone again. Look at the size of that thing. I hope they don't expect me to help carry it. No, Alize. Even though you're the one that volunteers to carry way too many boxes. The handles gave me a pause before, but now I understand their purpose. Ah, because it's a float, it's not an actual boat. That's right. What a charming float. I wonder what bird was the inspiration for its design. I wonder. Actually, I'm not quite, I mean, it doesn't really look like a Vanu. Or a Hanu. I'm gonna keep on saying the wrong consonant every single time. I've never been here during festival season, so this is all new to me too. Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear so much damage to you? We should take a closer look. Inspect the festival float, you may move the camera, look around. Yeah, so we gotta find where the parts that are broken. Or not quite right, maybe. I mean, the eye, we're missing one of the green eyes there. That's my first guess. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh dear, one of the word's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. Apparently there's 2 other things that are wrong. Let's see. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, the feathers are messed up here. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the color were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. Are they using the same float every time? Well, I guess that's kind of how it works, right? And then, oh yeah, that's actually snapped off. I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift the great big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? Probably get their permission first. What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. It's a shame it's in such poor state, due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered the people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings, no ilhana. Is that, yeah, that's Hana, or something like that. Hana! That's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs, and you want us to hold a harvest festival? I know how it sounds, but giving in to misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through his tragedy. The role of festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need a Baki Iksa for the missing eye, Uyopo wood for the poles, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the tail. Oh, sounds like 3 side quests. 2 of these I know. Aboxia is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and Uipo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however... The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. And that's something of a problem right now. We Hanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. Interesting, okay. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously. So much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of energy. It must be a potent. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated. And if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have the natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feather taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored by ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. Oh, it's a harvest festival. The float might also function as an arcane device. Yeah, okay, that's it. I tweeted the float is actually a secret weapon for smithing. Oh no. Pray continue, Alpha. No, it's because it helps with the harvests and the growth. Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. A focus? For what? Oh! Ihana is a harvest festival, isn't it? There, that's what I just said. That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. Don't we have a chicken and egg situation on our hands, though, where we need the reeds in order to fix the floats so that the reeds will grow better? We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Well, that's for sure, like summoning primals. Wait. The float a tool for magic? That's the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through the years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival floats in a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible! I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihana really does sound like the solution to all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced of this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who has been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, and he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alize and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Okanu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. This is pretty cool, but I've definitely enjoyed the merchant thing from the other questline a little bit more. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Linu Hanu. Linu Hanu, yeah, that's right. Nice to meet you, Linu Hanu, and certainly, let's all go together. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to these two, then talk to Kryl, wrap this one up, and then we'll go ahead and take a quick break. To find myself working alongside the third promise herself is unexpected, to say the least. We're making progress now. The solution to Okanu's woes is as good as found. Thanks to Woklamat, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there is something to be said about following one's instincts. Oh cool, and I get some new boots. Alright, let's see. I have 640, 645, okay. Go ahead and put those on and then fix my glam. So I think I put it on this one, yeah. And I can take those boots off. Yeah, let's just put those in my inventory and I'll throw those away eventually. Alright, let's go ahead and take a quick break. Let's see, it's going to just position myself in front of the Aetherite. This should look pretty good. Let's turn it away so that it's not right behind my head. Where's the home key? There it is. No, not home. I want to pause. Did I actually look at the camera? This button. Yeah. Alright. Time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to. Let's fix that. And I'll be right back. All right, let's get back to it. Let me see how many quests we have and have done and have left. I believe we finished. That was the third one. So let me go ahead and check that real quick. Let's see. That was the feet of reeds. Yeah, because we got that. That means we got 3 more to go. Is this gonna be shorter than the other one? I don't think so. 2. Yeah, it's actually 1 quest less, but it really depends on just how long those quests are. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to, I think it was Kryl we did talk to before, so... I wonder what manner of shipwright repairs reed-woven boats. A well-mannered shipwright. Linu Hanu wishes to take you to the shipwright. The shipwright's name is Wook Evu. He's a Zabral, who only moved to Kozama Uka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanu greeting. Okay, are we gonna get the emote for this? I didn't see that as a reward. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hanu greeting. Oh, that one! Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Maybe you should try it out for us just to make sure. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Okbek Bay, to the east of here. I believe there was a Aether current to the northeast, so I'll make sure to watch out for that. Oh, just directly to the east. Okay, I guess we're gonna go and get that on the way. Let's see. Yeah, it's a small town, so there's no Aetherite. Makes sense. Yeah, directly to the east. It's probably gonna be on like the other side here. Alright, it's probably on the other side of the village, so... Yeah, northeast, it's gonna be on the outside, so I'm gonna wait to get this until after I talk to them. Or talk to everyone here. Oh, it seems they have a place here where visitors can stay. Looks cozy. Look over there. Do you see that big winding staircase? Where? Oh, that. Okay. This is Okbekbe, the village of all. Those who drift into Kozama Oka from Tuliolol and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. So is Wook Evu. As for Wook Evu, he lives and works in the House of Waters High at the top of the large tree nearby. Follow me. I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Sounds like a Lalo problem. Anyway, let's head on over to the staircase. It's said to the northeast, so maybe it's like on the edge over there? Where the Aether current is? Let's see, it's still northeast, right? Okay, it's north, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and grab this first, assuming it's on the ground, like right there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this first before we head up the stairs. Oh, I need to... I knew that I'd find a hunt mark here. Go ahead and kill a couple of those real quick before we head up the stairs. Get a couple, what are they called? A couple, nut sacks. And some XP. I forgot that this actually gives a lot of XP. Or, on level, if you're on level, of course. Let's see, 450k XP. I guess so. That's like a decent amount of XP. Anyway. Gotta head up these stairs. And these are pretty high. This is a pretty tall flight of stairs. I didn't realize it was this high. There we go. I should mention that Wook Evu isn't a stickler for etiquette. Isn't only a stickler for etiquette. He's also, well, you'll find out soon enough. Ohoka Ili. Oh no, she's gonna say it wrong. We are hoping to enlist the man's aid, so it pays not to be rude in any case. Well, I mean, judging by how much they're foreshadowing, she's gonna mess up the greeting.
What do you want with me?
When I insult you, I mean...
Right. The greeting.
Oh no, she's gonna say it wrong. She's gonna do it wrong.
Ohokali!
Nope, she said it wrong, didn't she? I don't remember if... Oh no, she did do it right.
Oh, Kali!
Good. It'd make her... It'd be really annoying if she did it wrong.
Good. You brought your manners with you. When in Ukanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Wuklamat?
Huh.
Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wukevu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
He's a little too much about etiquette.
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
I will not. Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
He just immediately forgets it.
How
Yeah.
prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials.
Well, guess we ought to go get him.
My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We don't have 10 days.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey?
This
That's
guy.
utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
Bro.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't
Okay,
worry
this guy's
a
getting a little old.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Who's this guy's voice actor? Why do I feel like I've heard him before?
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
No, it was Alpha Node.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
Well, let's head to the cave. I mean, Okamati is the one with the axe, after
I've
all.
been there once or twice. I can guide you.
That should save us some time.
All right then. Let's get moving.
And now they have the information. They're gonna go and steal the stuff. This is gonna be really annoying, isn't it?
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihiana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out.
What's the first choice? Overthrowing them?
The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
Can I just, like, fight this guy and beat him? Take him out of the race? Nobody likes him. Like, literally, like, the only people that have liked him so far are the warmongering Pelu Pelu who want to make money off of war. Everyone else just hates them. A rather eccentric fellow. I feel his heart is in the right place. But I feel his heart is in the right place. There's a but there. Cave Kikitola is southwest of Okohanu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. Alright, let's see if there's any Aether currents southeast. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and teleport back to the village. And let's see, it's at 3:30, so like, is it in the Fields of Gold? No, we were there. It's probably going to be over this way then. I'll just go ahead and teleport. I mean, if I need to run around and get an one straggler Aether current, it's not the end of the world. Usually I get them though. Alright, to the south. Let's check the Aether current again. Okay, to the west. Let me get this exclamation point just to get it out of the way, so I don't have to look at it anymore. Alright. Talk to Linu Hanu and then Kryl. I almost envy how effortlessly he can shift from one mood to its polar opposite. At least I presume he does so by choice. Right. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. I think that's where the Aether current was. Oh, just directly to the west, okay. In that case, we're probably not going to run into it, since it's probably over here. But I'll keep a lookout for it. Yeah, just directly to the west. That means we're probably going to see it at some point. It's probably like over here or something. Oh yeah, it's probably like right around the corner or up on top there. Look, can you see the falls at the back of the cave? These hollows must have been carved out by a constant deluge of water from above. Oh yeah. Wonder if there's something behind the waterfall. Cave Kikitola, as promised. Home to many deadly creatures, and I'll worry about that. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. Understandable. You can spot raw Abokija. I forgot how she pronounced the X there. By its green huge glimmer, well, I mean, it's probably going to look like the other eye. Bring anything matching that description to me. I say there's a lot of green around here, but that's not what they mean. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half, and I'll take the east. Sounds good to me? Okay, so let's see if we can find Kryl around here. While we're also looking for the Aether current. Bunch of, well, that's some nice looking moss on the wall there. Okay, that's where we're supposed to look. And there's the Aether current. Let's go ahead and get this eye-catching glimmer first. You find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of mineral Linohanu was looking for. Oh, okay, I got the right one by accident. Gonna grab this Aether current so I don't forget it. Come on, there we go. Alright, next one is north. Okay, we're not gonna get that right now. Also, I don't see where I didn't see Cryle in the east side of the cave, so I'm just gonna not look for her. Or not talk to her, even if she's around here somewhere. It would be pretty funny if there actually was something behind the waterfall, but whatever. Oh, she probably meant like this side is east. So let me just do a quick look, see if she's here. Because I'm not seeing her. Yeah, I'm probably just wasting my time. Okay, let's head back. Man, I'm so not used to the slow ground movement speed. Or ground mount speed. It's just like so... It like almost hurts with how slow the character is moving. I mean, it's faster than walking, but it still feels really, really slow. Oh, okay, that's why. She might have actually been in the east side there, but because I accidentally already finished the mission, she already teleported back. Unless she never teleported away and I just completely missed that. Either way, we're back here. Some of the cave's inhabitants took umbrage at my presence, but it was nothing a few swishes of my brush couldn't handle. I picked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Well, take a look at this. Yes, this is Aboxia. I think it was something like that. Along with Kryle's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you've brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. He would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Who is he? Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader this year in Ihihana. But when the big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That is why you agreed to Wokulamot's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, or our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please, rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Aboxia to Wok Evus with waiting hands. Now, how is the stupid first promise gonna ruin all this for everyone? Because obviously he's like planning something stupid. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport back to the village to take the little shortcut. It looked like the Another Aether current was to the north here, but considering that it's an area that we haven't discovered yet, we're probably going to end up going out there at some point, so I'm just going to leave it be for now. And in the meantime, we'll head back over to the other village. First Promise is just going to keep on ruining everything for everyone, isn't he? What an annoying character. Alright, we're at the village. Just gotta go and head on up the really, really tall staircase. Like, that was way taller than I expected it to be. Look at this guy. The Hanu's reed magics are endlessly fascinating. Beware delving into deeply... Okay, I wanted to see if that was, somebody who was supporting the First Promise. Now it's time for the endless staircase. No, this isn't Mario 64. Can't I just BLJ up the way up this staircase or something? Wait, I just said this isn't Mario 64. Wonder if there's a sightseeing point around here, or up top of this thing. Anyway, let's go and talk to everyone. We've come too far to stop now. The lifting wings must go on. We just got back ourselves. Did you find the stone we needed? Yep, sure did. I hope Lamont's foray was as productive as ours. Thanks to the Third Promise and her mighty swings. I'm like, that's why she's got the axe, that's what I said. We've collected some suitable logs of Uya Ipo. What about the Aboxia? Got it right here. Yes, these are excellent samples. A good quality too. At this stage, you are likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow. But not exactly how, eh? Now that sounds like something Alphinaud had figured out. Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the result should be spectacular. Now, to get to work crafting the pieces of the float. I could use an assistant to bursting the arcane arts to enhance the Uyopo's conductivity. I think Krile can help you with that. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Okohanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Go and talk to both of them and then we'll teleport back. The final touches are fairly routine and shouldn't take long. Go ahead and wait by the float. I'm excited to see how Ihana turns out. I am too. Let's go ahead and teleport back to Okohanu and wrap this quest up, and then we'll see how the First Promise ruins everything. Okay, to the northeast here. And then I think I said that there were 2 more quests after this. Yes, there are 2 more left after this. As Wok Ivu said, the festival really is a spectacle to behold. Gathering the Uyopo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wok Ivu criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the Third Promise and must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into the tree. Maybe it'll do him some good to slam his head into the tree. I told him not to worry about it again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles and the new eye. Now we can just wait for the feathers from the twins. Hopefully that's going well. Yeah. Okay, let's go and talk to Lamont and do this quest. The lifting of wings. Wook settles down to rest before the festival gets underway. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reach by reviving Ihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that will be enough to save her harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Okhanu altogether. Maybe you asked too much of your young claimants. No, he's mad. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds. Something about what needs to be done. He's probably gonna, like, destroy their culture or something, and then, like, first promise is just gonna ruin everything, because that's what he does. He only knows how to fight and kill. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That sounds like our Koana. One look at the reeds and it was all he needed to think up a solution. But that as it may, our solution is nearly ready. Indeed. As soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feather sailing for moms. We had a turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Aaronville's twirled in the air for a moment before landing at his foot. I'm a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we've brought the wood and jamestone replacements crafted by Wook Evo. As all that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. Well, that's a good question. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn Servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? I wonder who it is. Okalamat. Our beloved Ihana, the lifting of wings, is only being held because of you and your compatriots. Thus do I nominate you, Wooklamot, as our guest of honor. Huh? Me? This boat won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. Oh no, I don't think it will, Wooklamot. Then away, Anchor! I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Wooklamot. I have rules for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kozan-Uki, where the sacred likeness of Kizahi is enscored. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife, so that the procession can move along unimpaired. Oh, I can do that. The Galizé would be happily help along too. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still while Wook Uvo has finished with the float? I mean, sit still until until. You expect me to sit still until Wook Evo has finished the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wook Evo in the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the stride of the sun. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. Alright, let's go and talk to these guys, and then we'll go kill some stuff. You know, our specialty. I'll get to work. By the time you're done mashing monsters, the float will be good as new. The Ihana's procession often runs afoul of territorial creatures on the way to Kozanukia. I would greatly appreciate you removing those threats in advance. Well, sounds good to me. More than happy to do that. With my lack of combat skills, I would only get underfoot. Happy hunting! Alright. Looks like it's to the south, like I think he said. Let's head on over there. Of course, it's raining again. I suspect this climate has a very wet weather, as we've talked about earlier in the story. So again, the closest one is to the west, yeah, that's right. The degree of which Wook Evu pursues his interest is remarkable. Apparently, his studies of the Kozama Uka region were so invigorating that he decided to move here and immerse himself in the culture. If the float functions as I think it does, I would not be surprised if it were attracting creatures. The concentration of ether would be an irresistible lure. The weapons at the ready. Weapons at the ready. We'll make short work of this task. I'd expect that, Alize. As Linu Hanu said, Kozan Aki should be down this way. Turn off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges in the stride of the sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've culled all the threats you can find, we'll meet in front of Kizihi. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Alright, let's head on over. Let's see, we got one spot so far. Man, the geography, I guess that's the right word. The mountains and stuff in both of these zones have looked great. Alright, time to kill. Okay, still got one of these left. And dead. Said to take the left path or the east path. I forget what they said, but this is the way we're supposed to head. Check on the Aether compass again. Okay, yeah, to the south. So that means we're probably... Yeah, we're probably not going to end up getting that one in this... I think we're only going to be exploring this area for this initial quest. And then, of course, when we come back, we'll get these other two Aether crystals. These other two towns. I got into some more purple smoke. Don't inhale too much. There it is. Oh, press the wrong button, whatever. Alright, that's 2 down. We got 1 more to go, maybe? Let's see, the place that we're headed is... Okay, it looks like we actually are getting onto this side. See if there's an Aether current over here. Yes, there is, to the northeast. And then, yeah, there's a stride of the sun, and then... Yeah, this is the thing that we're heading towards. So that means the Aether current is probably going to be up here with the... At the last place. Oh, there's Wooklamon. Let's talk to her real quick. Huh, that's one down. I don't think we saw either of the twins or Cryo so far. Unless I just completely missed them, which is very possible. Nope, there's Alpha Node. Talk to him as well. Looks like he got two toads. Hopefully it wasn't Alpha Toad, not Ala Toad. At this rate, we'll soon have the route to Kozanuki secured. And there's some more purple smoke to inhale. I mean, what? Not supposed to inhale it. It smells of death. The monster death, that is. Oops, wrong button. Oh, there's two of them. Wrong button again. Alright, one more thing to go, maybe? Oh, there's Alza. Let's talk to her. And then the Aether Current should be right around here somewhere. We still gotta find Cryo, though. Now, this is my kind of busy work. Yeah, I kind of expected that, Alza. Yeah, to the west. So it's a little bit actually to the left here. I'll wait to get that until we finish this part up. Ah, you were a step ahead of us. Of course I was. I'm the best at killing here. This must be the likeness of Kizi-E. Ihi. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. The Hanu deity of the harvest. And you're telling me they didn't know this was a harvest festival? Even their sacred image are woven with reeds. It reminds me of something I saw at Academia on Aether. Oh, that might be a good thing. I want to say that. I was half expecting a flying whale. No. But yeah, let's go with the second one, because that might get some really interesting dialogue. One of the ancients' creations. 'Tis possible a vestigial memory of that time endured. A subconscious recollection from the inheriting the soul, providing the basis for an entirely new religion. We can make a religion out of that. I have no idea what that means. Understandable. I don't think half the people playing understood what that meant. As far as I know, Kizi-Ahi was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was brought to Troll by the first Hanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent? Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to the Hanu? He'll want to know the path is safe from their procession. Right, and I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. I'm curious about how the first promise is going to ruin everything for everyone. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm really not. Also, he's gonna teleport me back. Oh, meanwhile, yep, here we go. I was gonna ruin everything. Was he gonna sabotage the float? Yep, there he is.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you
How does he think he's going to get this, win this feat? By doing this?
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
How does he think this is going to get him the stone?
Very well, if that's what you want.
By just going around killing people in the village. Yeah, now we get to see how strong he really is. Or maybe how weak she is.
I put everything into that blow.
Yeah.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us.
Yeah, now we're just gonna walk him and blow him away, right?
But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn.
Bro, do you even know how many gods I've killed?
Like. Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre.
No.
What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts.
Lucky for you. Eh?
Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
No. Maybe her pride a little bit.
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
All right. Okay, so that wasn't as bad. That didn't go quite as bad as I thought it would. Let's go and talk to everyone, wrap up this quest. I think we only have one more, so I might as well just go ahead and do it. Yeah, I think we only got one more. Let's see, the lifting wings? Yes, yes. Okay. I'm glad we kept that float out of Bakul Jaja's clutches. But gods, he brushed me aside like I was his bothersome net. Well, that's what he said you were. Given the nature of the rite of succession, I expect such altercations are inevitable. I'm thankful we made it back before anyone was seriously injured. He waited for us to leave so he could steal the float. A coward and a thief. Well, yeah, we know that. If I've learned one thing in my life, it's that poor manners often betray poor character. A tense encounter. I'm thankful Alpha Node thought to share those link pearls. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense! You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. Alright, let's just go ahead and grab the, yeah, let's go ahead and take the kill. Alright, we got one more quest to do, right? Yeah, knowing the Hanu. Go ahead and talk to Lena Hanu first, see if he has anything to say. I was so afraid Wook would come to harm. Ok Hanu has seen enough of death. And then let's talk to Wook Evu and start the last quest. Knowing the Hanu. Wook Evu wishes to spread word that the festival will soon be held. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Right. Oha Kali. See? I remember. You say, use the word. Okay, I'll make a macro for that so I don't have to do it every time. Don't tell me you've forgotten the greeting. Fine, watch closely. Okay, let's go ahead and throw together the macro so I can just don't have to think about it real quick. This is gonna be more work than this is gonna end up being more work than actually Ohokali than actually just typing it out each time. Alright, where's our first victim? Let's work from the top to bottom, or north to south. Oh, looks like I only need to get... Oh yeah, well yeah. I was thinking there were more of them, but there's not. Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do? Bro, you can take a break and go on party. Let's see, where's the next one? Looks like he's over to the side right here. Almost walked right past him. Dispirited Hanu, that's right, we talked to him earlier. The festival is about to begin. What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting wings is tradition, and joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to this last one. Hey bro, come to the party. What? The float is fixed. Our fallen friends would be glad to know that Ihana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not to let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. Alright, let's head on back. Speak to Wook Evu. And then we're gonna get a cutscene. Yeah, we're probably gonna need a cutscene for the, what's it called again? Oh, for the actual, like, float. And then we'll probably head on back. The Hanu were pleased to hear this festival was going ahead, I imagine. That is well. Once your friends return, the lifting wings can begin at last. I suspect this one's gonna be voiced. Here come the boys. Gonna carry the float?
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Nah, I suspect the second promise has done something.
Just
Or that the-
so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu.
Or that the first promise is stolen the second promise's
Have
solution.
the third promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuklamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her! Ready and...
I'm gonna play the coffin dance.
I could get used to this.
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Right, we've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozanuaki!
Kozanuaki. Okay, that's how you say that.
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
Oh, there we go.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
Again, how did they not know this was a harvest festival? Seems pretty obvious. Okay, that's a bit exaggerated, but okay. Also, how'd they get there that quickly?
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
Okay, so now what's the first and second promise is gonna come ruin this?
Amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible.
I think the second promise is gonna bring them technology, which will make it so that they don't need the harvest festival anymore. So I think like both of them are going to pass, but then the first promise is gonna try and steal the second promise's stuff or something like that. You know, something stupid. I wasn't sure what to expect, but the festival was immediately impressive. Even deprived of the usual sustenance, the Hanu seemed invigorated the moment the festival began. Ihana truly is magical. I told you, didn't I? Spectacular. I was too quick to dismiss the idea the float had arcane properties. I think I wanted to believe that no one knew more than Ihana than me. As it turns out, there are many things I've yet to learn. With their fields rejuvenated, the Hanu too might finally replenish their flagging reserves of ether. I'd like to take a turn riding the float. What? It looked like fun. Don't pretend the thought didn't cross your mind. Alize, please. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds, uh-oh. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever, last I saw. They were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please, feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished. Doesn't look like all of them are better.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account.
Yeah, Wokalamon just flat out passed it.
Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognized the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper.
Mere chirper.
We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater. But today's events remind us of the power in tradition.
Now what's he gonna do?
Kona!
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good
He'll
time.
fix the last bits that aren't done. By making it so they don't need the float or something. That may be more effective, but it's certainly not as fun.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity.
Nerd.
It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Oh. Archon allies. Finally gonna figure out that Ryanje and Thancred are here.
Allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
But it's a lot more fun!
Well,
Also, he's just...
you always were the clever one, brother.
Also, he's just kind of swiping away their culture, which they're not gonna
Your approach
like.
was no less effective, Wooklamat. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun.
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
A time for Mr. Two-Head to come here and be annoying.
Five more to go.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
The third promise? You must join us for Ihihana next season.
I mean, she'll try.
As Dawn's servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now.
Yep, let's head on back. This was much shorter, or at least it felt much shorter.
I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
Like, I mean, Kawana's not bad, but he just kind of brushed aside their culture. And you can see, at least, like, I don't remember, couldn't tell which one of the Vanu it was, but one of them was not happy about her, about how it was brushed aside.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
And then he's just gonna pass with that?
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
Alright, let's talk to everyone and talk to Wokulamont. Where has Spokojaja gone, I wonder? And what did his follower mean by their other prospect? I'm curious as to who these Archons the Second Promise mentioned could possibly be. Akawana seems a decent sort. He strikes me as a man who likes to keep others at a distance. That makes 2 of our 7 keystones. So far, so good. My journey has just started, and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wook Evu, for one. He's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of our cultures as he is. And the Nuhana, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ihana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but to feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of this contest. Come on, let's head back to Zabalia of Tyr. Alright, yeah, that gets us the Aether Current quests. Looks like there's 2 of them there. And I believe there's an Aether Current over here that I probably should go and get at some point, but I think we'll probably do that at the beginning of next stream. Let's head back to Tuliolol and then wrap up this quest, and then that'll be all for today. That's some more smooth jazz. Alright, let's talk to everyone, then Wook Lamont. When Wook Lamont declared her intention to save the festival, I feared where it would lead us. I'm glad to see my concerns were unfounded. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me. If she could see me now, who's she? I pray we don't cross paths with Buckle Jaja at the next feat. But even if we do, we've made a good start on these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. I noticed Zoral Ja was not at the Hanu village. Yet, in a contest like this one, it's only a matter of time until the claimants are pitted against each other in direct competition. The Hanu's festival must be as central to their traditions as the Sundrop Fest dance as the Vanu. I have not forgotten our obligations to Wook Lamont, but it's moments like these, when we can immerse ourselves in the cultures of others, that fill me with anticipation for the new experiences this adventure will bring. Indeed. Talk to Wook Lamont and wrap this up. Look at us. The contest has barely begun, and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing so well, except yes, they are, exactly. We can only hope. Alright, let's turn this in, and oh, I thought there would be a cutscene. Well, I guess that's going to be all for today. Let's go ahead and sit down at the spot that we did last time. I think that's where we started last time, I don't remember. Anyway, let's go ahead and sit down here. That's going to be all for today. We actually got through the entirety of the second quest line. I'm a little bit surprised on that one. Although this one definitely seemed a bit shorter, even if it wasn't. Maybe there's just less travel time. Because I recall we actually had to walk a decent bit to walk around and talk to people. Actually, yeah, I think the previous one we had to talk to a lot more people so that we can actually go through and do the business deals. So that's probably why it ended up taking longer. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. We got through the second of the split quest lines, and we'll now be able to continue on with the main stuff. And actually, it looks like the next one is just next small section is 2 quests, including the first dungeon. So we'll go ahead and be able to do that next time. Actually, next time we're going to start out with the Aether Current quests that we unlocked at the end there, and then we'll go ahead and do at least those 2 quests, which you'll have for the first dungeon. I look forward to the dungeons because I've heard a lot of good things about them. Anyway, until next time, goodbye.